We all remember Moonwalker on the Mega Drive. How could you not? It's one of the games which helped sell the system. Whilst Nintendo was mopping up all the big names with their exclusive contracts, Sega looked to celebrities to help put a recognisable face to their system. At the time, Michael Jackson was huge, vast, expansive, and a cutting-edge 16-bit game utilising the Mega Drive's gritty metal sound capabilities was perfect, even if he did just walk from door to door, rescuing children and kicking people in the nuts. It's what the people demanded. It was completely different from the arcade game, and I really liked the arcade game, especially with friends, roaming about, dancing to kill enemies. But the home version still worked and still included elements from the arcade machine. It was weird and very Jackson-esque, however you feel about the rescuing children part. I mean, the film features children and ridiculously rapid cars, so at least they didn't just make a driving game and call it quits. As was fairly common at the time, this wasn't actually the first Moonwalker game to hit the home. In 1989, US Gold published home computer versions, including the Spectrum, Commodore 64, Amstrad CPC, Atari ST, and Amiga, all of which again deviate from the arcade experience, but are still based around the film. Rather than isometric, we get a top-down viewpoint, and have to complete numerous tasks like finding part of a rabbit costume to disguise yourself from adoring fans. The Mega Drive release would follow in August 1990, developed by Sega R&D 2, followed swiftly by the Master System release programmed by ARC, but both following the same formula. So how did this port across to Sega's lesser console, the 8-bit Master System, with its PSG sound chip and spongy control pad? Well, yeah, it's not quite the same, is it? Now, I love the Master System, but having witnessed this game on a friend's Mega Drive, I was keen to get some Jackson pie. No, wait, that sounds disturbing. I was keen to experience the game myself, so I rented the Master System version and I made myself believe it was the same game.
It's mind-blowing!
I mean, really, the graphics are pretty darn good. They've captured the essence of the 16-bit game quite well, but that sound is grating from the go. Slap some Mega Drive music over the top and everything feels a whole lot better. Interestingly, there was a limited edition pack which bundled the Master System version with the movie. This seems to have been a Master System exclusive European release, where the console sold well. Later variants of the original Master System bundles also chucked the game in for just £99.99. Thankfully, Super Hang-On and Safari Hunt were also included. Anyway, let's get stuck in, and you can see exactly why I said thankfully. Now, I've already showed you the box, but let's recap for nostalgia's sake. On the outside we have the unmistakable Master System box design, with the Mega Drive artwork just slapped on the bottom. That design always feels more abrupt on Master System cases compared to the smooth, flowing dark shades of Mega Drive packaging. On the back we have the blurb. Michael, Katie's voice rings out. Although it doesn't really on this version, does it? You found her, but more children are still lost. Can you stop the psycho mastermind Mr. Big and his goon squad before they kidnap all the kids? I must say, he doesn't actually look that big in the game. But he is played by Joe Pesci in the film. In fact, that's probably the joke, isn't it? You can if you're Michael Jackson. Moonwalk on muggers. What? Lean on meanies and pop punks. Come on guys, really? Move like only Michael can to the beat of Smooth Criminal, Beat It, Billie Jean and Bad. A quick flick through the manual and it's time to load this bad boy up. Immediately we're greeted with a colourful title screen, followed by the robotic car sequence from the film. And then we find ourselves in a club, reminiscent of the Smooth Criminal video, and hence why Smooth Criminal is playing in the background. So the idea is to check behind every door, and indeed every window, until you find a child. Then you stow the child in your pocket and move on to the next door. It's a simple enough premise, and indeed one which becomes very boring very quickly. I mean, why am I searching for children in cupboards and on bloody window ledges? It's like some crap version of hide and seek. It would make far more sense if Mr. Big was actually the good guy here, and he was hiding kids because someone saw Michael moseying on down to the club. Whilst wandering and searching, we're treated to a Jackson walk and a little twirl when opening doors, and to be honest, the game would be twice as playable without this. For that half second or so while you're twirling, you can't do anything, and so when a baddie pops out of a door like this, you inevitably receive a beating, and yes, this becomes mighty tedious. At some point within each stage, Michael's hat is hidden, so once you get that, you can lob it at people, making everything much more pleasing, even though kicking people in the nuts is great fun. After completing each level, we see Mr. Big, dressed as a PE teacher, taunting us with the same sentence every single time. Seriously, this guy lacks imagination. We're then treated to a little bonus stage for no particular reason, where Jacko has to kick the hell out of people and try and get a time bonus. The next trio of levels sees us in a car park. Apparently a car park where every other car contains an explosive in the boot. Oh, and the children, of course. Your enemies this time are all called, I don't know, Jimmy, and they all inexplicably lob their bats into the air just for the hell of it, apparently. The last level of the car park removes Jimmy and we find dogs, just shed loads of dogs. Now, entertaining as it is, lobbing your hat with such velocity that it smashes the dogs into space, it's not what I want to be doing on a regular basis. Next up, we're in the graveyard, and although the music is generally themed for each level, this time another part of me provides the backing track. You'd think using Thriller here would have been more appropriate, but whether due to licensing or just not fitting with the Bad album out at the time, I don't mean bad as in terrible, it's called Bad, it was omitted. Interestingly, a Mega Drive beta cartridge was recently unearthed using Thriller for this level, but this was removed for the final version on both systems. Apparently the kids are hiding under gravestones this time. Of course they are. This stage is probably the most annoying so far because these zombies leap like there's no tomorrow. And when they leap, your standing attack, the kick, is useless, so you either have to duck or leap and jab. The jab is a little hard to place, and so I invariably duck and then have to turn around, smack the zombie and then move on. Again, tedious and just a bit frustrating when they leap straight into your face. Next we find ourselves in some caves. Now this time the gameplay is mixed up a bit. Instead of searching straight away, we get to go in each cave, avoiding spiders for some reason, and searching for yet more children. This time laser-wielding guards protect them, and it's all a bit strange. Now the game isn't very hard, but I'll be honest, this is the point which I gave up. I may be able to forgive the Mega Drive version with its grungy soundtrack, but I just can't with the Master System, no matter how much I love the console. It's really quite mundane. I mean, we can use his special dancing move, which is in all versions of the game, to keep us entertained, but it's just not enough. Yeah, look at how that crotch movement just blasts those guys into oblivion. Nice work, Michael. Anyway, thanks to brilliantly ASMR channels like World of Long Plays, I can show you the next levels. Here they are. Here's a factory, otherwise known as the Enemy Hideout. I do actually love the colouring on this level. So this level is a little different in that we can now teleport, moonwalk on conveyor belts, dodge lasers, and even smash up computer terminals. In fact, kicking computers to chips is now an essential part of progression, as well as finding those pesky kids. They're actually starting to remind me of Newt from Aliens.
Alright, can I go now?
Anyway, with the computers smashed and the children captured, the game transposes into a third-person shooter. Personally, I think they should have put more of these levels throughout the game to break up the monotony. A little like Alien Storm, which is a great game. Now, for some reason, Mr. Big seems to just stand there with a black sack on his head. And once we've taken out some enemies, we find ourselves at a mountain stage, in a ship, with what looks like Zoltar from the movie Big. Take out the mountain guns, and apparently we complete the game, and get to see Jacko dancing like only an 8-bit Jacko can. I would have liked the opportunity to fight Mr. Big hand to hand if I'm honest, but really I'm just pleased I can get back to playing the arcade version, or just doing anything else. Anyway, before I go, remember these survival tips to help in your everyday life. Number 1. Search everywhere for children. Number 2. Impossible places aren't. 3. Use magic wisely. And 4. Practice, practice, practice. I'm sure we can all agree these are important life tips, and indeed, the ones Michael lived by himself, so I hear. Although clearly, they didn't help him survive. Anyway, thanks for watching. Watch some more videos or not, or help contribute to my Patreon channel, or subscribe, you know the score. In any case, thank you very much for sticking with me throughout this review, and have a great evening.